Even a 2.23 milestone alongside JuJu, Watkins fails to shield Paige Bueckers from harsh realities. In a game that garnered a staggering 2.23 million viewers, JuJu Watkins and the USC Trojans avenged their 2024 Elite Eight loss over UConn 72-70 in a nail-biting contest that left fans on the edge of their seats. It marked the second most watched women's college basketball game in Fox history, peaking at 3.76 million viewers. Yet, despite the massive attention, one player's performance remained under intense scrutiny: Paige Bueckers. Rachel Demita, in a recent episode on her YouTube channel, observed a recurring paradox in Bueckers' play. Like, this is a great stat line, dropping 22 is nothing to scoff about, Demita said, acknowledging the star's contribution. But there's always something about Paige. It's always like a quiet 22 points or a quiet 20 points. The point guard's 22 points on 9 of 22 shooting helped the Huskies claw their way back into the game after trailing by 18. Still, Demita noted that despite Bueckers' crucial role in the comeback, it seemed something was in her head. "I just feel like at some point in time something got in her head," Demita continued. "I don't know if it's like what Gino Auriemma said about her being obsessed with her efficiency, or if it's like when Gino, was saying, 'Oh, she passes too much,' or, 'Oh, she's taking shots that she shouldn't.' And we've gone over that in videos too." He sends a lot of mixed messages. Demita pointed out the added pressure from both Auriemma's coaching style and media narratives. Bueckers' talent, though undeniable, is often overshadowed by these external expectations, making it hard for her to silence the doubters. In contrast, USC's JuJu Watkins put on a commanding performance, scoring 25 points, pulling down 6 rebounds, and dishing out 5 assists. Demita reflected on Watkins' mentality. "It seems like, from what I've seen, she steps up every single time in these big games. She is excited for them." Watkins' approach was fearless, in stark contrast to Bueckers' struggles to silence the critics. Still, Demita did point out how JuJu might be under some sort of pressure as well. According to her, even when the Trojans are comfortably winning, Watkins is in the game just to stat pad and increase her scoring average, of course, in order to break Caitlin Clark's all-time scoring record, as per the host. While these narratives exist around her, Demita stressed that Watkins should not be judged for what's out of her control. "I don't think that's what JuJu needs for the development of her game," Demita added. Maybe Demita's onto something. Could it be that coaches, the media, and fans are still riding the Caitlin Clark hype train? Chasing the next big thing. The media's pressure on JuJu Watkins and Paige Bueckers. It seems so, especially considering the fact that what stood out in Demita's analysis was the media's relentless pursuit of the next big thing, a search that has dominated discussions around both JuJu and Bueckers. Demita drew a parallel to the time the media sought the next LeBron James after he left the NCAA for the NBA, showcasing how intense the spotlight can be. She noted, "The media's hunt for the next Caitlin Clark mirrors this same pressure, placing undue expectations on young stars." Stephen A. Smith declares JuJu Watkins deserves Caitlin Clark coverage. The USC Trojans vs. UConn Huskies women's basketball team that was played on December 21st lived up to all the hype it was receiving in the game's lead-up. Perhaps the biggest reason for this highly anticipated matchup delivering is because both teams' top players showed up in a major way. For USC, this is of course superstar sophomore guard JuJu Watkins, who was the best player on the court Saturday. Watkins finished the game with an efficient 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks while leading her Trojans team to a 72-70 win. While Watkins has gotten off to a relatively quiet start to the 2024-25 season after bursting onto the scene as a freshman last year, the 19-year-old is now back to being at the center of discussion when it comes to women's college basketball's best players. And sports media juggernauts Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe had some shining praise of Watkins during a December 23rd episode of First Take. "I don't know if I've seen a women's college basketball player as polished as JuJu Watkins," Sharpe said. Stephen A. "The way she can put the ball on the floor, get to the rim, Euro step, one-leg, three-point shot, mid-range shot, and she can play outstanding defense." Stephen A. Smith then added, "We should be talking about JuJu Watkins the way we talked about Caitlin Clark last year. JuJu is special, I'm telling you that right now. She is the package. She is gonna be special.